The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. This is taken near the 13. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's first and 10.
Check the out.
A look at Kerryon Johnson, second-year man out of Auburn. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down. Well, the returns for the Cowboys on Leighton Vander Esch have been pretty good so far. You know, a lot of Cowboy Nation questioned when they took him number 19 overall a season ago instead of Calvin Ridley. But Leighton Vander Esch would get 140 tackles last year, franchise rookie record for Dallas en route to a Pro Bowl appearance. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's second and 7.
Kill.
Stafford going to give this one off to Johnson. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1.
Monday. Alert!
Stafford. That's to Fulgham, complete. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Ready? Kill it, 20! 50, check my 50. Hey, get away.
From the 50, Stafford. And he'll complete this one to Fulgham. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. First down for the Lions on a nice pickup of 18 yards.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or...
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
The first down carry here for Johnson. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
From the 30 on second down, Stafford. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, third down.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. The shotgun snap for Stafford. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 19.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Ready? Blue 60! Eat. Hey, time. 53! Ready? Kill! Joker!
They go back to the ground with Johnson. Johnson with a burst, a first down or more. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Kerryon Johnson with touchdown number 7 on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. On play action, Rosen. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Mark Andrews, there. That'll bring up second down. They run with Ezekiel Elliott, last year's NFL rushing leader. The tackle there by Quandre Diggs.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
Mike 51, Mike 51. Get that quarter.
On third down, Rosen. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now fourth down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
They'll run on first down. Johnson. Jalen Smith, who took a huge step forward last year, in on the tackle for Dallas.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
On second and 9, Stafford, and he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Partner, we had their game last week where they had 6 sacks, so a little bit more momentum here again in the first quarter.
And last week it appeared that they were coming out of sprinters blocks, chasing the quarterback. So how do they continue that? How do they keep making it happen? Different looks, different disguises, different angles that they chase him.
They were so disruptive last week. We'll see what the trend is here as we go forward. Third and long, it's Stafford. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for. Is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
It got his man complete. The 30, 10, 5, touchdown, Cowboys. Tyreek Hill, 83 yards, as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again. Stafford. Open man is Galladay, complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36. Stafford. He'll get this one to Galladay. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. He'll get 17 that time, and the Lions have a first down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 6 yards on the pickup, and that'll make this a second down. Again, it's Stafford. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Jalen Smith, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. After one, a one-point game, 7-6. Second quarter action now from Detroit, and it's the homestanding Lions who have the football. They're on the march, but facing a third down here. To throw is Stafford. And he'll find Galladay. That's complete. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry, ball gets tipped in the air, because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. Only a yard on the completion. It's second and goal.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. J.D. McKissick, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Lions are going to jump back in front. Prater for the extra point, and that'll make this a 6-point game. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Hey, alert, alert. Mike 51, Mike 51. Watch the run, watch the run.
Now on second and 13. Rosen has got his man. It's Andrews. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. That one good for 26 and a first down.
Watch safety creep, watch safety creep.
A first down carry by Elliott. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for second down. On second down, Elliott. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. For Zeke, what a first 3 years he's had in the NFL. Last year, his second rushing title, 1,434 yards. Not as many as 1,631 that he had as a rookie, but still his yards per game average was the best in the National Football League. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. And they'll throw it with Rosen. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
That would have been a great catch, but real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Ford is Mike. Switch out.
Third and long here for Rosen. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jared Davis. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Let's go.
The Lions take over first and 10.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
A first carry for the converted wideout, J.D. McKissick. And he's able to get up here to the 26. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
On
first down, Stafford here. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. On second down, it's Elliott trying to run inside, but nothing there. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is third and long. Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Problems on third down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on third down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to third down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on first and second down.
Of course, the door for Maher was opened after a little bit of a surprise move. The Cowboys letting go of Dan Bailey last year.
Yeah, Maher took over in the preseason. He's from Nebraska via the Canadian Football League, where he kicked for 4 years. And I saw him personally make 2 game-winning field goals last season against Detroit and in Atlanta.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete. Well, those two have hooked up for a touchdown once already in this game, that time unable to find the completion.
Yeah, just appeared they wanted to get him out into open space and try and get him the football. As you mentioned, unable to connect.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. On first down at Stafford. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
They come up on second and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Well, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
Come on. Hey, 50. Mike 50. Mike 50. Hey. Mike's 50. 21. Wild Bill. Shift.
Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And they'll indeed stop him on third down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. And here now the punter, Martin, booming this one away. And this one goes angling out of bounds, and it will be spotted inside the 30-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if it...
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Justin Coleman. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. So we've reached halftime here in Detroit with the Lions out on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up.
25, check 25, check 25.
They complete it to Hill. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
Yeah, baby.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up second and 5 at the 24-yard line.
Watch the out.
On second down now. It's Elliott, and they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe you change up some blocking.
And that is intercepted by the Pro Bowl corner, Darius Slay. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
When I was a kicker, you got to remember that now.
Come on.
Fine. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he'd taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think
under a heavy rush, and down he goes. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
The penalty helps a bit, but still 8 yards to go on third down for this offense.
Hey, Wood! I got you, boy. Mike's 40. Mike's 40. You better be afraid of me. You better be afraid of me.
From the gun, it's Rosen. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's fourth down.
And we're into the second half now. This is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. On second down, Johnson. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Third quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Now a first down throw. Stafford throwing deep for Galladay. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Now Stafford. Catch made by Fulgham. And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. First down Lions on a pickup of 13. 22. From the red zone now, Stafford. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Jalen Smith, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Here's Stafford. It's Galladay. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. And Xavier Woods with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. After the interception, here's Rosen. And going deep for Hill. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. The Pro Bowler Tyreek Hill, the intended receiver. And it's second down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. And now it's Rosen looking. And he'll hit the slant route. That's caught by Cooper. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Watch twins. Watch twins.
Now Rosen. Looking left side. Andrews with it complete. 3 yards there. Good enough to keep the drive moving.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Rosen to throw again. He finds Taylor, complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Again, it's Rosen. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 39. Intended that time for Cooper. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Stafford now to throw. And he'll complete this one to Fulgham. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. Back now at Ford Field. It's the Lions holding onto the football, and they also have the lead as we start quarter number 4. Rush coming, and he's taken down. DeMarcus Lawrence. What a season he continues to have, his 15th sack of the campaign. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13.
Bravo.
Here's Stafford. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon. But with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. Throwing to Stafford. And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line. DeMarcus Lawrence. He continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. So first down went in the wrong direction. They're at the 13-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Johnson. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Jalen Smith, the Notre Dame man, in on the tackle. Well, they've been so good on third down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? To throw is Stafford. He's got it. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. A terrific job there to keep him out of the end zone. And now it'll be 4th and goal. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. This to make it a 3-score game late. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. Cooper was the intended target, and now it's second down. Here's Rosen. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by the linebacker, Jared Davis. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. On first down, it's Johnson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 yards there and a Lion first down. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Stafford. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Blake Martinez, the linebacker, was there in coverage to disrupt. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Now it's Stafford. And it'll be intercepted. Xavier Woods with a pick. It's a foot race. The 40, 30, past the 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell, just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they didn't get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
And the Lions are able to cover this one up. So they touched it before it went 10, and that's obviously not going to help the comeback bid here in the 4th.
No, not at all, and they're trying to get something going after one there, but you've got to give yourself a chance. Let it go 10 before you touch it.
Back to throw, Stafford. Caught by Jones. Call it a 3-yard gain, and it's a 2nd down. That time they hit him out of the slot on the drag.
And that route takes some fortitude from the guy running it because he knows he's going through the briar patch, as I like to call it, right? He's trying to work his way through all that traffic and people wanting to put a little contact on it. Really well done.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
We always talk about receivers. If the ball hits your hand, you're supposed to haul it in, but it is hard to adjust to a pass throw. A little bit behind you.
That one was all the momentum going forward. Couldn't contort his body back to grab it. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th.
Zero. You ready?
Here we go on 4th. Stafford. That's to Fulgham, complete. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th.
The 27-yard line.
Ready? Yellow 20. Check 55, Mike. Here we go. Like 7.
Stafford on first down. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll try and run. This is Johnson. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal at the Cowboys' 9-yard line.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal.
It's our field. It's our field. Hey, it's our house.
Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for Detroit, it's a win that might keep them alive in the playoff race as they're back to 500 at 5-5. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Washington Redskins. Meanwhile, for the Cowboys, they're going the wrong way as this will drop them to 3-7 now on the year. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Foxborough to face off against the New England Patriots. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.
The young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. Yeah. I just had to let you know. Yeah. Give me that work and I can sell it. I put it on the line like I ain't selfish, nah. The story flip if I let you tell it. Put my heart and soul in so you feel it. I ain't never faking, I'm the realest since Tupac in imprisonment, claiming his innocence. Currently, I'm the greatest rapper in a sense. But any currency, I'm still guaranteed my wins. This is coming from within, I stuff for real, I don't pretend. When the OG spilling knowledge, bet it's best you soak it in. I'm a prophet to them scholars, got them chakras opening. Got them fixing up they octaves, now they truly focused in. I'm seeing 2020 visions. Daily manifesting on my premonitions. Best to keep it neutral, got my own religion. The brainwash, gotta make your own decision. My word is James Bond, I stay on the mission. Coming for the top position, ain't no competition, man. Pull up in the top is missing, put the opposition in. All that lane switching, this is what the game is in. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial, do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial, do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know.
Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? Are you ready?
Get ready, dog.
This be the green light, go. Tires burn the pavement. People wanna know when Mace, Poss, and Dave went. Still here, still in your ear with a style so hot, you'll see where all the sun rays went. Legs, arms, and head, all being moved in a frenzy. The blends be all the right cred, meaning credentials. Best of both worlds when we rockin' over pearls in the instrumental. Are you ready? Set, jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Keep it steady, to the letter right. Turn it up, we giving the show. But can you rock it like rocket fuel? What you talking about? Space out your mind. But can you rock it like rockets, fool? That's a close encounter of what kind? Gentlemen. When it was time to get it lit, we got it hot like fever. Sick with the talk, the pass to your receiver. All about running the spot. And you know we got breath control, so no need to take a breather. Cardio kingpin, subjugate